How's it going, guys? Oddly Unorthodox here, doing a bit more of a nostalgic Let's Play. The first Let's Play that's going to be on this channel. Hoping the first of many. The idea being that I will play all of the Dawn of War campaigns, ranging from the original number 1, Winter Assault, and then obviously Dark Crusade, Soulstorm, Dawn of War 2, Dawn of War 2 Chaos Rising, Dawn of War 2 Redemption was it called? And then obviously you then got Dawn of War 3, which I don't mind playing. Not a massive fan of Gabriel in that game, but it wasn't a bad game, but it just got let go a little bit too early. The cutscenes I will try not to talk through so we can truly enjoy the nostalgia together on the channel. And then I will sort of chat through the main gameplay. It will be roughly sort of one mission per video. That way you're not having to sit through 2-hour videos of just pure gameplay. And I'll try to upload them as quick as possible, and we'll do sort of one mission at a time. And then we'll just go from there. And then, you know, if people are really enjoying it and stuff like that, we can look at playing maybe like Gladius. And there's a few different games that people have mentioned seem to be quite good. So, it should be quite handy.
In the name of the Emperor, you will not falter! We can't hold! Run for your lives! Cowards! You will fight, or you will die.
I am Captain Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens 3rd Company. Status.
My lord, forgive me. We have done all we can to stop the orcs, but we have failed. My men's lives are yours.
You stood your ground in the face of the Emperor's foes. You've done your duty. If your men have failed you, I will leave their judgment in your hands.
Thank you, my lord.
I am not here for your thanks. This port must be held if we are to maintain troops and supply lines to the planet's surface. That is why we are here. Now, what of the wounded and the civilians?
Stranded. We have few ships.
Then you shall have more. All Blood Raven flights execute Protocol 23 and initiate civilian evacuation. We will dispatch the ground forces.
Yes, my lord.
Ground forces, my lord? But the orcs have retreated.
You must know your enemy to defeat them, Colonel. Orcs only retreat to regroup. They will keep coming until you or they are dead. Brothers, let us destroy this alien filth.
First thing about that cutscene, there is a lot of Lehman Russ exploded like chassis around for just orc boys. So got to give props to the orc boys where possible. So straight away, this first mission is quite tutorial based, so it tries to sort of explain you how to play. So you can sort of ignore what old Gabriel says.
3 closest strategic points will do for now. Let us capture them first, and then move on to the others. Splendid. The stronghold is complete. We must now set about establishing a proper frontline base.
This game's so nostalgic. You know, even the models. And if I'm honest, it was a really good beginner Warhammer game.
Excellent. The chapel barracks is finished. Now you can build some more Space Marine squads.
It really did. And just in that one cutscene alone, you could see how much the game tried to show how elite the Space Marines were in comparison to, you know, guardsmen and stuff like that.
We will need to call in some special weapons. We must build an armory to get access to them softly and carry a big gun.
And there's something I just hold in my heart about Blood Angels. Sorry, Blood Raven, should I say. I did want to ask, does anyone that watches these videos sort of play tabletop? You know, is there armies that you collect? Are you currently under the way more projects? Me personally, I am currently trying to build a Deathwatch Space Marine army. That is where all my energy is being placed at the minute.
And look there, a break in the spaceport's defensive wall. They must have blasted their way in. We must destroy this.
Just trying to get this Deathwatch army off the ground.
Creatures may have constructed. Excellent. The armory is operational. The Space Marine squads can now upgrade their standard bolters to flamers and heavy bolters. And well done. We have captured several strategic points. Capturing strategic points and building listening posts on them earns us more requisition resource, which we can use when we build squads and equipment. The Emperor still must not forget our power needs. Building a plasma generator will supply us with the power we need to keep our force going. Excellent. This Orc camp has been destroyed.
Oh, auto saving there, quite juddery. Obviously, Gabriel does talk a lot on this mission because it is sort of the tutorial based mission.
Those Imperial Guardsmen look like they could use some assistance. Come, brothers, make haste. Our prayers have been answered. Today, the enemy Here come the Space Marines. My aim shall
I mean, that's also a very the very thing I appreciate in these sort of games as well. You know, for a game made in 2002, it still encapsulates how, you know, Guardsmen look up to Space Marines. You know, how elite the Space Marines are. Really quite a nice touch. Oh, goddamn, power generators are expensive. Just continue to go around rescuing the Guardsmen. A lot of damage caused by some boys. Me personally, never been a massive Orc player. In all of the Warhammer games I played, I was never a massive Orc player. My friend absolutely loves them, collects their models, plays them on tabletop. And they definitely are one of the most fun factions on the tabletop, you know, and everything about them is just wacky, crazy kind of way. And I think they portray that well in the games as well, that they are just a little bit crazy. And apparently very British. So we've got all this sorted. We will chuck that up and do that. All this is completely unnecessary because you can just walk through this part of the mission. But we will. You got to get through the first few missions where the game sort of tries to teach you how to play, because that's when it starts to really pick up. I love how this game ties into Dawn of War 3. And it, you know, it founds the whole sort of dialogue that they have, especially between Gabriel and Maka. Really quite a nice twist that they would revisit the Dawn of War 1 story. I just wish that we could have a Dawn of War 1 remastered. This game with fresh graphics would sell like hotcakes, I know it would. I know a fair amount of people still play the sort of unification mod, and obviously you've got the Ultimate Apocalypse mod for Soulstorm that a lot of people play. And I think a lot of people still play the standard multiplayer game. I tend to see a few people relaxing around there. Same as people still play Retribution. The Last Stand and stuff on that's still very active.
Shall not falter. For the glory of the Emperor. There's work to be done. And duty.
There we go. Save the little guardsman wherever we go.
My aim shall not falter.
Here we are, the Space Marines. Personally, feels like it's Salamander's sort of job, making sure all the Imperial Guards will make it out. Most Marines definitely would not give a damn. And hey, some Marines would probably kill the Guardsmen too. So there is always that. You know, for anyone that is a big fan of the books and stuff like that, all that has to happen is one planet to smell slightly chaosy, and then all of a sudden it's a planet no more. Let's push up here. For those that have played Gladius, it does make me sad that you don't have shooter boys in Gladius, which I think they should have. It would have been quite a nice twist. I like the little shooter boy squads, especially with the spiky pauldrons. This is definitely one of those games that's aged very well. And as you can tell by the the resolution of the game, I don't have the best. We are stuck in the old 32-bit, and there's no 1980, I promise you. We are scraping the barrel.
My aim shall not falter. Agreed. My aim shall not falter.
We'll walk up so all the bolters are in range. So you tend to find that just your heavy bolters are shooting and the rest of your Space Marines are sort of looking around wondering what's going on.
I serve mankind.
I'm very much looking forward to doing the old Winter Assault. One of my favourites that campaign is. I don't know what faction will support in that. I don't know what faction will play in Dark Crusade and Soulstorm or Redemption. You know, I'm more than open to ideas. If people want to see me play Space Marines through every single game, we can play Space Marines through every single game. And let's watch the cutscene.
Victory is ours.
I am honored to be in the presence of a librarian. I wish to know how my men can better serve you.
We shall wait for the captain to finish his prayers. I saw you stand against the orcs. You are a brave man, Colonel. I wish I could say the same of your men.
I shall strengthen their resolve, my lord.
See that you do, or we shall do it for you. You have something you wish to say. Say it, Colonel.
How did you know?
Even without my psychic gifts, it is obvious. Speak.
it true your company eradicated a heresy on the planet of Cyrene recently? An exterminatus, down to the planet's last man, woman and child.
Colonel, your company is welcome, but such questions are not. Do not ask the captain about Cyrene if you intend to remain in his good graces. Brother Captain, the Colonel wishes an audience with you.
Thank you, Isidore.
My lord, my Tartarus 37th Imperial Guard Regiment stand ready to serve you in protecting the city. They wish to make amends for...
They will have many opportunities to prove themselves warriors worthy of the Emperor. The Blood Ravens are leaving the city. Its protection is in your hands.
I will ready my men. May I ask what your next course of action is?
Orcs only respect strength. I intend to show them that we have it in ample supply.
And there we go, guys. That is the first mission. Take it as a sort of prologue tutorial, if you will. And that'll be the first video going up on the channel. You know, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this sort of stuff. And then, you know, even if you just give it a thumbs up or let me know if you would enjoy continuing this playthrough. Just so I can know if it's worth sinking the hours into it to then get it uploaded. I'm pretty sure I will, but I'll catch you on the next one. It's been Oddly Unorthodox.